Have you ever had a moment where your body completely betrayed you in public? Like everything looked normal on the outside, but inside, you were falling apart? This is the story of how I had a panic attack while buying almond milk. And why it was one of the most important turning points of my life. It was a Thursday afternoon. I had just gotten off work. The day was hectic but not unbearable, a few back-to-back meetings, emails I hadn't answered, and a colleague who made a weird comment that I kept replaying in my head. But I convinced myself I was fine. I always do. So I stopped at the grocery store on my way home. A regular, everyday thing. Almond milk, granola, bananas. That was the list. No big deal. But something felt off. It started in the produce section. I couldn't decide what apples to get. That sounds ridiculous, I know. But I just stared at them, frozen. And then the thoughts started. You're taking too long. People are staring. You're being weird. Hurry up. My chest started tightening. My hands were sweating. I could feel my heart pounding in my ears. I left the apples and moved to the next aisle, trying to shake it off. But it didn't stop. It got worse. In the cereal aisle, it hit me like a wave. My vision blurred. The shelves started to close in. I forgot what I came for. My mind went completely blank. I couldn't breathe. It felt like my throat was closing, like someone had hit a panic button inside my chest. I thought, am I dying? My legs were trembling. I gripped the handle of the shopping cart and just stood there, trying not to pass out. No one noticed. Or maybe they did and looked away. I don't know. But I felt invisible and exposed all at once. I abandoned the cart and walked out. When I got to the car, I sat there, shaking. No music. No phone. No thoughts. Just fear. My brain kept saying, what is happening? Why can't I get it together? I cried. Not from sadness, from exhaustion. From trying so hard to hold it together all the time. From carrying everything and never letting anyone see the cracks. That day, the cracks showed. And I felt like I had failed at being a person. I learned later that what happened was called a panic attack. And it wasn't random. It was my nervous system screaming that it was overloaded. When your body perceives a threat, real or imagined, it activates the fight or flight response. But in modern life, the threats aren't lions or danger. They're emails. Deadlines. Unspoken expectations. Social pressure. Our own perfectionism. My body thought I was under attack, and responded like it was. I wasn't crazy. I was human. And overworked, overwhelmed, and emotionally starved. Recovery didn't start in a therapist's office. It started with admitting I needed help. I found a guide that explained what I was going through in simple language. No medical jargon. No shame. No, just think positive, nonsense. It helped me understand the science of what was happening, practice short techniques in real-life moments, learn how to ground myself, even in grocery stores, reclaim my day instead of spiraling. One tool, one breath, one page at a time. I began to rebuild trust with my body. And that changed everything. Moments, work, family, walking alone, crying. If any part of this story feels familiar to you, I want you to know something I wish someone had told me. You're not dramatic. You're not weak. You're not broken. You're tired. And tired women don't need more pressure. They need permission to breathe. If panic is something that visits you often, if you're afraid of going to public places because of, what if you've ever hidden your overwhelm to look functional, you're not alone. You're the reason I'm sharing this. I don't pretend to have all the answers. But I found something that helped me start feeling safe again. It's called Conquer Anxiety. Reclaim Your Life. It's not a therapy session. It's not a self-help lecture. It's a practical, human-centered guide that feels like a friend. I linked it below, in case you want to take that first breath with support. You don't have to fix yourself. You just need to feel safe inside your own mind. Thank you for listening to my story. And I hope it gives you permission to begin yours.